Tony from Guest Automotive and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is a continuation from my last video which saw me start refitting the front end of this MGB. Today I'll be sorting out this issue at the bottom of the wing and starting to fit the door. In the video I'll be giving you little tips here and there of how I'm going to achieve that. So this is some of the issue I have with this front wing. It's sticking out a bit there. As you can see with the straight edge, that is quite a substantial bit that is sticking out at the moment. I need to sort that out. So first thing I'll do is undo those two screws under there and see what's going on. Then hopefully I can get it to pull in a bit more. Here I undo the screws at the bottom of the wing as I need to replace them with bolts. I also cut a small piece off the bottom of the wing because I realise it is hitting the sill. I use a belt sander to grind away a small piece more where I previously just cut. I also re-clamp the bottom of the wing to find the best place for it to fit. Using a hammer and a small piece of wood, I gently dress an area down that was previously sticking out. Finally, I undo the bolts at the back of the wing just to release it and move it back a bit. After finally finding the perfect place for the bottom of this wing to fit, I realise that the holes no longer line up, so I have to open them up a tad. One of the things I use a lot is straight edges. If you're going to be doing these sort of jobs, you need all different lengths, long, short, medium. The more you have the better, and it really helps align the panels up nicely. So after quite a lot of messing around, I've managed to get the sill and the wing bottom to line up much better, as you can see there. Instead of having machine screws with a nut on the bottom of the wing, I've had to nut and bolt it, but you're going to have to make some steel washers rather than those aluminium ones, because the aluminium ones are just pulling. They're not strong enough for the job. Where these are all pattern parts and it doesn't all quite line up as it would do originally, it's under a little bit more pressure. But it'll be okay with steel washers, it'll be fine. So the next job will be fitting the door. So I'm just about to start fitting the doors, and there's a couple of things I want to show you just before I do that. So this is the machine screw that holds the door on. There's 6 of them. This is a Posi 4 screwdriver end. They fit together perfectly. This is what you need for these screws. I've seen it so many times where the middles of these screws are rounded out by the incorrect screwdriver. So do yourself a favour, buy a pack of these. They cost no money and they are perfect for the job. When fitting these doors, put your hand inside and find the captive plate. You'll be able to help the screw find the hole easier. So I've bolted the door on now. We do have a few issues. See with the straight edge that there's a gap, quite a big gap. Moving on to the wing to door gap, which is not too bad. It's a little bit tight, but I've dealt with a lot worse than that. It's not overlapping, which is a good thing. The seal gap is too tight for my liking, but it's not too bad. I need to pull the door catch out so it levels up with the rear quarter. But even when that's done, I still think there's going to be some welding and shaping to get this dead flat and how I want it. This car was brought to me with the majority of the welding done. So I've just got to finesse what I've been given. All of it's achievable, it's just time, and I'm hoping with this video you can get a true idea of what goes into sorting these cars out. Be prepared to take the door off many times. As you can see, I've had to take it off quite a number of times to get it even close to being right. In a quest to get the door to fit as it should do, I had to remove the hinges 2 or 3 times and do a couple of modifications to them. To remove the hinges, is these 4 screws here and 2 nuts on the back of the A-post, which is located in the wheel arch. They're a bit fiddly to get to, but you can get to them reasonably easily. Upon removing them, I've now been able to push the hinge further inwards to stop the door from sticking out at the top. It now fits as it should do. And when fitting the doors, always remember to put your rubbers on. If you don't put your rubbers on, you do all the door fitting and then put the rubbers on, the door will not close properly. So you have to fit as much up as you can. And that will be including the quarter light as well eventually. You need to check as much as possible before going further or getting it into paint. The more you check, the better. With the door closed now, you can see it's no longer sticking out. It's lovely and flush now. There's a slight anomaly going on there at the swage line. That's no big deal, I can sort that out. The wing to door gap is pretty good. The seal to door gap is now non-existent. That needs addressing. That'll be in the next video. Coming round to the rear quarter, you can see it's a bit all over the place. The door's perhaps sticking out a tiny little bit. It just wants taking in on the catch, probably only like 1 millimetre, so nothing much. So in the next video, I'll be showing you how to do the door gaps my style. So if you've liked the video, I'd really appreciate if you could like, share and subscribe. Until then, thank you and enjoy.